January is over with and I have some empties, some declutters, and then we'll talk about, did I do a haul? In 2025, it was my goal to use up $4,000 worth of products. I did not make that. So I am going to attempt to do that again in 2026. Regardless of whether I hit that mark or not, any products that I use up and complete is a win-win. Agreed? I have a couple of beauty products, using that term loosely, some skincare, some hair care that was not used for hair care, and a couple of perfume samples. Let's start off with the beauty products. I am going to consider this lip oil a beauty product. This is the KAB lip oil, and you can see there's a little bit there running down the side, but do you see right here? You see that? I don't know what that is. That was down in the very bottom, and I mean, there's not much. You can see this retails for $20, and I really, really liked it. The doe foot on this is wonderful. I got this in a subscription box. And then I have a couple of mascaras. I have the Fenty Beauty. This is full frontal, and it is in the shade 'Cause I'm Black. It has a very nice wand on it. It is flat, so it's kind of skinny, but it's wide. It works really, really well to apply the mascara to your lashes. I really enjoyed this product. I believe that I got this in a subscription box as well. This retails for $24. And then I have a City Beauty Beyond Mascara. This is a volumizing treatment. This retails for $35, and it as well has a very nice brush on it. I really enjoyed this mascara. This was gifted to me from City Beauty, and I actually do have a backup of it that I'm looking forward to using. Great product. So since we're talking about City Beauty, let's talk about their Gentle Glow Nourishing Cleanser. This is a lightweight jelly cleanser to clarify and restore. This is one of their newer products, and I really liked this to cleanse my face. It left my skin feeling very hydrated. It did not feel like it was stripping anything away from my skin at all. Let's see, what does this retail? It retails for $44, and you get 5 ounces. I really did enjoy this. This was gifted to me as well. Moving on to skincare. I have the Dr. Branded. This is the triple antioxidant face cream. And I know I got this in a subscription box, and the retail price of this is $64. It was a very nice cream for me to put on my face. I would not repurchase because there are other products that I enjoy better than this at a better price point. I used this Dr. Botanicals. This is LM Lemon Superfood All-in-One Rescue Butter. And I use this on my hands. In the winter times, my hands get very, very dry. I received this as well in a subscription box, and it was nice. Again, not something that I would repurchase just because there are other creams that I would get before I got this, but I did enjoy using it. I got a sample of this In Beauty Project Recharge Gel Cream. I believe that I got this from Sephora. This retails for $14.95, and I think the full size of this is a little bit more pricey than what you would normally think about K-Beauty being. K-Beauty is normally very affordable, but this was just a little bit more pricey. I didn't look to see what the price was. I will put that on the screen because I loved this. Loved it. And it is definitely on my list to buy a full size. but I think I'm going to wait until it goes on sale because I do have other skincare products that I am using. But this is Smoothing and Rejuvenating Moisturizer with Advanced Phyto Stem Cell Multi-Peptide Technology. And it was phenomenal. Loved it. I am really looking forward to repurchasing that. I have a Dolce & Gabbana perfume sample. This is My Devotion. This retails for $4, and I enjoyed it. It was not a fragrance that I would purchase. I also have a replica. This was sailing day. I typically enjoy all of the replica fragrances, and this one was no different, but it's not a scent that I would purchase a full size of. This retails for $3.90. I bought the little discovery set of that. I have 2 of the Dr. Bonner's Pure Castile soap. I have Hemp Rose, and this is Hemp Lavender. And I bought these to use as like a shower type soap. They're too strong for that, for me. Even though I think that they're meant to be used in that capacity, I put one of them, I have a foaming hand soap dispenser. I put one in that. And the other one I used it to clean my sponges. And I think that this would probably also be good to use on your brushes. But would I purchase again? Probably not. I have a big one of these in eucalyptus scent. And now I'm kind of like, that's a big giant thing of soap. But maybe if I dilute it. Because it's just a little intense. It's very intense. And what did I pay for those? $7.49 a piece. I have this Johnson's baby shampoo, and I bought this to use with my sponges a long time ago. I've had this forever because when I was first starting to use sponges, makeup sponges, I watched a video and they said to use something gentle and to use Johnson's. You could also use this for your brushes. And I did, but then I learned a lot and started buying something else. But recently, when I colored my hair, not that it helped, but the color that I used said to use something that was sulfate-free. And this is sulfate-free. It doesn't have any parabens or anything in it, the phthalates, none of that stuff. And it didn't help. It did not help. The color, as you can see, the color is almost gone. I need to recolor. I paid $5.88 for that. So those are all of my empties for the month of January, and the total MSRP for all of those comes to $246.71. Now, let's move on to what I'm going to declutter. In my plan to pan for 2026, I picked 2 nail polishes. This nail polish is the oldest nail polish that I own. I've had this for 15 years, at least 15 years. And it's right there, y'all. I mean, you see where that line is? It is right there. There's not much left in here. This is my favorite shade of nail polish. I love it so much. It is Slick Slate, and it is the Sally Hansen Insta Dry nail polish. Love it. However, I have used it a couple of times in January, and the brush is falling apart. The bristles are falling out of the brush, and the polish is getting really thick, which I have a thinner that I could put in it to thin it out, but the brush is falling apart. And I mean, I probably have another shade that's close to this, but these Insta-Dry polishes are really, really good. I will probably just repurchase. I mean, these don't cost that much. It's not in my empties because it's not empty. I mean, it's pretty close. I probably could just claim it, but other items that I am decluttering are from my video that I did on the 90 some palettes that I had never used. Some of these palettes since that video I have used, and some of them I have not. So let's get into the ones that I did use. I did use the Milani Most Loved Mattes, and this is their older palette. This is the good stuff. This is the good formula. It is such a pretty palette, and it still performs just as good as I have I think there are 4 of these. I have all 4 of these, and I'm keeping the rest of them, and they all perform perfectly. And this one does as well. I did use it one time, but when I was looking at it, I was like, how many times do I have this color story? And it's an all matte palette, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I do have a couple of all matte palettes, and I just decided that I did not need this one. So I am decluttering this, and it is already listed in my Mercari store. I used the MBA Cosmetics Forest Nymph palette. I love the packaging. I love the little forest nymph on here. She's so pretty. And this is a very pretty palette. Very pretty palette. And it performs fine, but again, when I looked at it, I was like, I believe I have these shades in some of my other palettes. And these shades are not quite as pigmented as what I'm used to, which is not a bad thing. For somebody that's not into really heavily pigmented shadows, or they're not comfortable using something that's really pigmented, these palettes are really good. So there's nothing wrong with the quality. I'm just going to declutter it because I have other palettes that I would reach for before I grab for this one. This one as well. All of these that I'm going to show you have already been listed in my Mercari store. The next one surprised me. It is the Flower Beauty Desert Lights palette. And it's gorgeous. But I don't know. When I used it, I was just like, meh. I think maybe some of these shades might be just a little bit too warm for me. But they're gorgeous. Nothing wrong with the formula. I just decided when I was using it that it wasn't something that I was going to reach for. Now, the other 2 that I have not used yet, but if I get to those and decide that I'm not going to use those, I will declutter them as well. This one also surprised me because I love these little 9-pan Sigma palettes, but this is the Earthy palette, and when I use this one, performs amazing, very pigmented, blends like a dream, love it. But I was like, I have these shades. I have palettes with these shades in it, and I will probably reach for those before I reach for this one. So I decided to declutter it. The year of 2026 is all about peace and joy for me. And so if anything I have does not immediately bring me joy, I'm not keeping it. These next 3 palettes I have never used, so I didn't even use them. I just picked them up, looked at them, and was like, that does not bring me joy. And I love Dominique Cosmetics, but when I picked up this Latte 2 palette and opened it, I was like, I feel no joy looking at this palette. I had no desire to use it whatsoever, so I'm going to just let it go, and hopefully somebody else will want this and it will make them extremely happy. Because makeup is magical, and it does have the power to do that. This one surprised me as well, the Sigma Electric Pink. But as many of you on that video commented and reminded me that I have this color story probably about 20 times over, which whatever. I can have it 100 times over if I want to, if I like it. But when I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, there are probably other bigger palettes that have these shades in it that I would probably reach for instead of grabbing for this one. So instead of trying to use it and then trying to sell a used palette, I decided that I would just go ahead and let this one go and hope that it will bless somebody else. The same with this next Sigma palette. This is the Ritzy palette. I was surprised by this one too because it as well is a gorgeous palette. Gorgeous. Look at the color story on that. It is beautiful, but it does not give me a feeling of joy. Like it doesn't grab my soul and go, oh, I cannot wait to use you. So I'm going to let this one go as well. So those are all of the eyeshadow palettes and the one nail polish that I am going to declutter. Next, let's move on to what I purchased in the month of January. I did not buy any makeup, body care, hair care, or skin care for the entire month of January. I did buy one eyeshadow palette and one lipstick for a friend, but that doesn't count. It wasn't for me. It is not here in my collection. I did so good. I am so proud of myself. So there you have it. I think I did really well for the first month of the year. I'm excited to see what products I get through for 2026. I'm not expecting it to be a lot of makeup products. I do want to get through some makeup products this year, like some of the foundations, obviously mascaras. But I mean, I don't even ever get through like eyeliners or anything like that. So I have some of that in my plan to pan for 2026. So hopefully I will get some of those things used up. I appreciate you spending some time with me. I would love it if you would show that like button some love. Give me a hype so that YouTube will push my video out to other people. Subscribe if you have not already. And as always, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are. And we are all beautiful at any age and any size. Find something to be grateful for today. Pull your makeup out and play with it. And I will see you in my next video. Okay. Love you. Bye.